Hey everybody, welcome back. It's time for another deep dive. And this time, we're going to be looking at this week's TeeTime Golf Pass newsletter.
Sounds good.
Yeah, we're really zeroing in on what matters most to all you seasoned golfers out there.
Mm.
Especially those of you 65 and over. We're going to get right into it and start with some interesting updates
Yeah.
from the world of golf.
Well, this one caught my eye right away. The newsletter says that over 70 million Americans now think that golf is fun and cool. Pretty surprising, right?
Yeah, that's a big shift. Golf is shaking off that old-fashioned image and, I guess attracting a whole new generation of enthusiasts.
Yeah.
What do you think is driving this change?
Well, the newsletter points to social media. We're seeing a lot more engaging golf content online these days.
Right.
Backyard trick shots, celebrity golf outings. All that stuff makes the game look more accessible
Yeah, for sure. I've seen those.
and appealing to a wider audience. I think that's part of it for sure.
It's interesting how social media can reshape, the perception of something like golf.
Yeah.
Speaking of shaking things up,
Yeah.
let's talk about the LPGA Tour. They've had a great year, haven't they?
They really have, yeah. According to the newsletter, the LPGA has seen a record-breaking year this year. Total purses reached $126.3 million.
Wow.
And that's a 50% increase in median earnings for these women since 2021.
Yeah, events like the CME Group Tour Championship and the U.S. Women's Open have really showcased the talent out there.
Right.
It's great to see these talented women getting the recognition and support that they deserve.
It really is. Now, on the men's side, we can't overlook Scottie Scheffler.
Yeah, he is on a roll.
Big time.
This newsletter highlights his third consecutive PGA Tour Player of the Year award. He's matched Tiger Woods' record.
That's incredible.
I was really interested by the fact that they mentioned Scheffler's caddy, Ted Scott, and that he gets a pretty big share of the winnings.
Yeah, that was an interesting detail. It reminds us that behind every great golfer, there's a whole team contributing to their success.
Right.
Speaking of legendary golfers, Tiger Woods has been busy himself.
Yeah, it seems like he has. The newsletter says that he finished his new golf course.
Nice.
He built it with baseball star Mike Trout.
Huh?
It's called Trout National The Reserve, and it's in New Jersey. A golf legend and a baseball superstar teaming up to build a golf course. Who would have thought?
That's pretty cool. It seems like everybody's interested in golf
Yeah,
these
yeah.
days. But let's not forget about the basics. This week's newsletter features a golf tip about shoulder tilt.
Oh, yeah, shoulder tilt. That can be a hard one to master.
Right.
Could you break it down for us a little and explain why it's so important?
Of course. So imagine you're holding a glass of water and you want to keep it completely level throughout your swing.
Okay.
That's the basic idea behind shoulder tilt.
Interesting.
It helps create a smoother, more consistent swing, especially with your wedges and drivers. The newsletter has a link to a video that shows a drill you can use to improve your shoulder tilt. I'd recommend checking it out.
I'll definitely be taking a look at that. Now, every golfer needs a good laugh every now and then, and the newsletter has us covered there, too.
Oh yeah, they always have a golf joke section. This week they quote John Updike. Golf appeals to the idiot in us and the child. Just how childlike golfers become is proven by their frequent inability to count past 5. Pretty funny, right?
Yeah, it's a classic.
Yeah.
Reminds me of the time.
Oh, we'll have to save that story for later. For now, why don't we focus on the great deals in this newsletter?
You're right, especially with the holidays coming up. Let's talk about those holiday bundles. What exactly are they offering?
Well, the bundle includes the 2025 TeeTime Golf Pass. That's a great gift right there. But they've also added a golf glove, a t-shirt, and even a 2025 calendar.
Sounds like a good deal.
And it's all for a pretty big discount.
That does sound like a great value. What about those of us who are looking for a more personalized gift?
They have gift cards too. TeeTime Golf Pass gift cards are a great option if you don't know what kind of equipment they need.
Yeah, gift cards are always a safe bet. Speaking of exciting opportunities, the newsletter mentions a contest. Something about unwrapping a gift.
Yes. They are running a contest where you can win $250 if you share a photo or video of yourself unwrapping your 2025 TeeTime Golf Pass.
Sounds fun. When's the deadline?
December 18th, so you still have some time.
All right. So what stood out to you from this week's newsletter?
Besides the helpful golf tips and all the great deals, I think the most interesting thing was how much they focused on golf's image. You know, how it's changing.
It is pretty inspiring to see the sport break away from its traditional image and appeal to a wider audience.
I agree. It's great to see this shift towards inclusivity and accessibility in the world of golf, but I think we've gotten a little off track. Remember you were going to tell us a story about golf?
Oh, you're right. It totally slipped my mind. It all started back when Well, it was years ago. During a really challenging round, I was having a terrible day, slicing my drives, missing putts. I was ready to give up when I got to the 18th hole. It's a par 5 with a water hazard right in front of the green.
Oh, yeah, a real test.
Yeah. I stepped up to the tee, took a deep breath, and hooked my drive right into the water. I was done. But then my partner stopped me. He's a real veteran,
Yeah.
always calm and collected.
I bet he gave you some good advice.
He did. He told me to remember that golf is a game of perseverance. Even the pros have setbacks. What matters is how you come back from them. Then he helped me drop another ball. And with a little more encouragement from him, I managed to finish the hole with a double bogey.
It sounds like you learned a valuable lesson that day, and not just about golf.
Yeah. That round taught me to stay positive, even when things are going wrong. And that golf is about more than just the score. It's about the people you play with, the shared experience.
That's so true. It's a game that challenges you and tests your patience. But it also rewards you with those moments of triumph and laughter.
Speaking of triumphs, we were talking about Scottie Scheffler's winning streak before. 3 PGA Tour Player of the Year awards in a row. That's amazing.
He's been playing incredible golf, really consistent, and mentally tough. But like the newsletter said, it's not all about him. Remember they mentioned his caddy, Ted Scott? He gets a share of the winnings too.
Yeah, I thought that was really interesting. It shows how important teamwork is, those behind-the-scenes contributions.
They're out there navigating the course together, coming up with strategies, reading the greens, and they're there for each other through good times and bad times. It's a real partnership.
It's not just player-caddy relationships that are changing, though. Remember the newsletter talked about how golf's image is changing, too? It's not just for the elite anymore, or just for older folks.
It's not seen as that exclusive club anymore.
Right. It finally seems like it's shedding that old image and becoming more welcoming.
I think social media has a lot to do with that, all that fun golf content we see online.
Yeah. And athleisure wear, too, makes it look a lot more comfortable and stylish. It's attracting a younger, more diverse crowd.
And remember how well the LPGA is doing? All that prize money they're winning shows that women's golf is getting the recognition it deserves.
Yeah, it's really great to see. The sport is becoming more accessible and enjoyable for everyone.
It really is.
And speaking of enjoying the game, that brings us back to the golf tip from this week's newsletter. Remember it was about shoulder tilt?
Yeah, shoulder tilt.
Mastering that can really improve your swing.
Oh, absolutely. The newsletter included a link to a video that explains it really well.
Oh, nice.
It even shows you a drill you can practice. Think of it like this. You're trying to hold a glass of water level while you swing.
Okay.
That'll help you maintain the proper shoulder tilt, and it'll give you a smoother, more controlled swing, which will help you hit the ball more accurately.
Great tip.
And of course, we can't forget about those golf jokes. I always get a kick out of them. That John Updike quote this week was hilarious.
Oh, yeah. The one about golfers not being able to count past 5.
Yep. It's so true, though. It's like we become little kids again when we're out there on the course.
It reminds us that even though it could be challenging, golf should be fun.
Yeah.
And speaking of fun, the holidays are almost here. And this newsletter had some really great deals.
Right. Don't forget about the TeeTime Golf Pass holiday bundles.
They make the perfect gift for any golf lover.
Exactly. They include the 2025 TeeTime Golf Pass, which comes with great discounts all year long.
Yeah.
Plus, you get a golf glove, a nice t-shirt, and a calendar for 2025.
All for a great price, too.
Yep, a great deal. And if you want to get them something more personal, there's always the TeeTime Golf Pass gift card.
Oh, yes. Gift cards. Always a good option.
They can pick out exactly what they want or need.
And we can't forget about that contest. The one where you can win $250 by posting a video of yourself unwrapping your TeeTime Golf Pass.
Oh, yeah, that's right. It's a fun way to spread some holiday cheer. The deadline's December 18th, so there's still plenty of time.
Go to TeeTimeGolfPass.com to enter. And you can see all the holiday deals there, too. It's a great way to give the gift of golf this year. But before we get ahead of ourselves, let's think back on what we've learned from the newsletter today.
Yeah, there's been a lot to cover.
From the changing image of golf, to Scottie Scheffler's amazing achievements, to the growing popularity of the LPGA. We've got a pretty good idea of what's happening in the world of golf right now.
Right. And we talked about some helpful tips like that shoulder tilt trick. And we even had some fun with those golf jokes. But what really resonated with me was that story you told about perseverance on the course.
Yeah.
It shows that golf is about more than just reaching the final hole. It's about the entire journey.
That's a great point. And it's one of the reasons why this game is so popular. It challenges us. It humbles us. And in the end, it rewards us with these great moments of triumph and friendship and just pure joy. It really shows you that, golf can teach us about life, too, not just about the game itself. So as we wrap up our look at this week's TeeTime Golf Pass newsletter, I'm feeling pretty optimistic about the future of golf.
Me too. I think the sport's really evolving in a good way. Trying new things and attracting more people than ever. It's a great time to be a golfer, no matter how old you are or how well you play.
Yeah. They really highlighted how golf's image is changing. With social media and all those comfortable clothes people are wearing these days, it feels like it's finally getting rid of those outdated stereotypes and becoming a more inclusive sport.
Yeah. And think about the LPGA. They had a record-breaking year. They're earning more money than ever before. That shows that women's golf is finally being taken seriously.
Exactly. And let's not forget about Scottie Scheffler. He's been playing some amazing golf.
He has.
It's incredible.
His success and the fact that his caddy shares in his winnings reminds us that it's not always about individual achievement. Sometimes it takes a team.
That's a great point. This newsletter has really got me excited about golf again.
Me too. There was so much good stuff in there.
Yeah, from those tips on shoulder tilt to those funny jokes to all the news from the pro tours, there was something for everybody. It reminded me that golf is a really complex sport. It's challenging, but it's also incredibly rewarding. There are always new things to learn and new ways to enjoy it.
And with the holidays coming up, it's a great time to share that enjoyment with other people, like with those TeeTime Golf Pass holiday bundles.
Yeah, what a great gift idea for any golfer.
They have the 2025 TeeTime Golf Pass in there, which gets you discounts all year. And they threw in a golf glove, a t-shirt, and a 2025 calendar.
Such a good deal.
And for those who want something a bit more personal, you can always go with the TeeTime Golf Pass gift cards.
Yeah, gift cards are great. They get to choose exactly what they want.
And let's not forget about that contest. You can win $250 if you share a photo or a video of yourself unwrapping your new 2025 TeeTime Golf Pass.
That sounds like fun. So much to look forward to this holiday season.
Head over to TeeTimeGolfPass.com if you want to enter that contest, or if you want to check out the holiday bundles, or learn more about the TeeTime Golf Pass. It really is the perfect gift for anyone who loves golf.
Well, that about wraps up our deep dive into this week's TeeTime Golf Pass newsletter. I don't know about you, but I'm feeling pretty good about the future of golf.
Me too. There's a lot of positive energy out there right now. I think it's a great time for anyone to try the game or rediscover their love for it.
Absolutely. So get out there, grab your clubs, and find your swing.
Until next time, happy golfing, everyone.